Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni legal battle has become one of the most talked about Hollywood disputes in recent memory, and in late January 2026, hundreds of previously sealed court documents were made public, revealing just how messy things got behind the scenes of It Ends With Us. The basics: Lively filed a complaint in December 2024 with the California Civil Rights Department, accusing Baldoni of sexual harassment during filming and alleging that he launched a smear campaign against her when she raised concerns. Baldoni denied everything and filed his own $400 million lawsuit against Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and the New York Times, claiming defamation and extortion. That lawsuit was dismissed in June 2025 by Judge Lewis Liman, who ruled that Lively's allegations were legally protected because they were part of a legal proceeding. But the core case between Lively and Baldoni is still heading to trial, now scheduled for May 18, 2026. The newly unsealed documents from January 21st dropped just 2 days before a summary judgment hearing on January 22nd, and they revealed a level of conflict that was brewing long before any lawsuits were filed. Text messages show Lively venting to friends during filming in May 2023, saying she came home and cried on at least one occasion. In messages to Taylor Swift before filming even began, Lively reportedly called Baldoni a doofus and clown who thinks he's a writer now. Baldoni's texts paint a different picture. In messages to colleagues, he claimed Lively threatened not to promote the movie unless she could participate in editing. According to one message he sent, she had the nuclear bomb. If she doesn't promote the movie, she can leak that I'm a bad person or that she felt unsafe with me. He added, "The risk to my family isn't worth the creative integrity." Jenny Slate, who played a supporting role in the film, described the production in a 2023 text as a really gross and disturbing shoot. In her deposition testimony, Slate called Baldoni the most intense narcissist I've ever met. But perhaps the most surprising revelations came from Sony Pictures executives who distributed the film. Andrea Giannetti, Sony's executive vice president of production, admitted in her deposition that she called Lively a fucking terrorist in a private message to producer Jamie Heath. This was allegedly after learning Lively had threatened to quit the film unless a 17-point list of demands was met. Sanford Panich, president of Sony's Motion Picture Group, wrote in an August 2024 email that Lively's decision to launch her Blake Brown hair care brand while the film faced negative press was epic level stupid. He added that she wouldn't listen to advice and did it to herself. Sony's chief communications officer Tara Grant described the situation as Lively having orchestrated all this drama in a totally unsavvy and amateur way. The irony? Just days earlier, the same executives had been praising Lively's work. On August 11th, 2024, Giannetti texted her, "Blake, $50 million. Your blood, sweat, tears, brilliant smarts, heart, and soul in every single frame. My God, it's incredible." Sony CEO Tom Rothman later wrote that while Lively didn't deserve the personal attacks she received online, she did bring it all on herself by refusing to listen to advice and launching her products during the promotional period. The studio executives also criticized Baldoni. Marketing executive Danny Magan wrote that Baldoni was a moron after he made comments in an interview that the team felt were inappropriate when describing a key scene in the film. The unsealed documents also revealed how A-list celebrities got pulled into the drama. Text messages between Lively and Taylor Swift showed Swift advising Lively on navigating Hollywood power dynamics. Messages to and from Ben Affleck and Matt Damon about Lively's cut of the film also surfaced, leading several celebrities to publicly distance themselves from the situation. Ryan Reynolds also appears throughout the documents. In messages, he allegedly referred to Baldoni as a human rounding error and called Sony leadership fucking textbook ineffectual elderly people. After these texts became public, a representative for Reynolds told media outlets, "Yes, Ryan got involved. What husband wouldn't support his wife and the mother of his children? He saw his wife fighting daily to stand up against sexual harassment in a private and respectful way, only to face retaliation for doing so." The legal teams on both sides insist the newly unsealed evidence supports their version of events. Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, stated that a simple read of the newly released message exchanges make the truth abundantly clear. Lively's attorney, Sigrid McCauley, countered that the documents show the consistent reaction numerous women, cast, crew, executives, partners had working with Justin Baldoni. Civil rights lawyer Lisa Bloom, who is not involved in the case, said the messages strengthen Lively's claims. Entertainment lawyer Trey Lovell argued they support Baldoni's defense that the dispute was about creative control, not harassment. Despite all the drama, It Ends With Us was a commercial success, grossing approximately $350 million worldwide. A sequel remains uncertain, as Baldoni reportedly controls controls the adaptation rights. The next major development is the summary judgment hearing that already took place on January 22nd. If the case isn't dismissed or settled, it will go to trial in May 2026. With hundreds of pages of documents now public and more revelations likely to come, this story is far from over. What's clear is that regardless of who's ultimately vindicated in court, this case has already exposed the kind of behind-the-scenes conflicts that Hollywood usually keeps private, and that alone makes it one of the most significant entertainment industry disputes in years.